It's us again. That's all. Kaysha. It's yo. Don't give me no. Sex me, baby, sex me. Give me no. Sex me, baby, sex me. Give me no. Sex me, baby, sex me. Check this. I got this girl from Cabo Verde. She's always into something. Hunting, good, well, fucking, ready for action. Smooth breast, but a big booty. She says,
Come s'il vous
I
plaît.
got my girl from Angola. Her name's Lala. Drinks a lot of beer, but she don't smoke Lala. Nice hair, that's long and curly. She fucks me while we watching a movie. My girl name is Boa. She's white, but she never seen the white dick. Into that black shit, bang from noon to night. And when I hit her good, she says,
For this.
Sex me, baby, sex me. Sex me, baby, sex me. Sex me, baby, sex me. Sex me, baby, sex me.
Angola, que es muito bonita, que tá esperando a hotel, tá fazendo carinho sensual. Portugal, cubano, brasileiro, striptease radical, promessa de brincadeira, Rotterdam. Oh, sexy lady, fashion, conscious. França, voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Togo, menina maluca, tá botando riba cara. Dentro do mundo, número uno. Tudo menino da original de Cabo Verde.
Sex me, baby, sex me. 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 We've been around the world, met a lot of girls. From a city to a city, searching for the right girl. If you wanna know our story, I came to get it on. Sex you all alone, and I like it when you sex me, baby. And I'm feeling for your body. Don't give me no. Sex me, baby, sex me. 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 Yeah. That's all. That's right. Yeah. This is cool cause I just want your body. On the low, low, want nobody. Know that I'm insane, toast to the brain. Ain't the worst chain, the way I maintain. Not a super freak, but I like super sex. Ask to my ex, I'm just too complex. Down with you, sip someone with you. Tryna shine with you and lose some time with you. So if I'm the one you select to cheat on the man, let's make it worth it.
Just come into my city. Yeah, oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. Just come into my city.
Baby, I know you wanted to it right, but at this point, you can't give up the fight. Your man is just your man. I'm a man, I can understand. If you come into my setting, body and mind, that's unity. Look between your intimacy with the light of a candle, then sex all night.
Just come in, just come in. Just come. Just come into my city. I really need your body.
Mic check.
You're so good. 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 You're so good, you're so good.
Welcome to Club Shada, episode 261. This is your boy Kaysha. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody is well rested and in the best spirits. I hope you had a great beginning of the week. It is almost 1 a.m. here in Lisbon, Portugal. This show is brought to you by Shada Wear. I'm wearing the Shada Club Shada hat. Gods of good fortune, and I want to say thanks to all the new subscribers, 4,000 new subscribers on the channel. You know what I hate about allergies? Everything is fine the whole day. So good. The moment I click live, allergies kick in. What am I going to do? It is what it is. Yeah, so I was saying, listen. Baron Serge, Cunha, Thiago, DJ One Mix, Yann, Thiago Campos dos Santos, Goku 28, Chao, Dana, Khaled, Jacqueline Souza, Sylvia Le, Kijana, Ya Aput. Lots of people are coming from TikTok and subscribing with everything that's happening. That's beautiful. I can't complain. I want to acknowledge the stream royalty, which is none other for the month of December. Organized players. Listen, on January 1st, right, when we start the year, whoever will do the first super chat will be the first stream royalty. Just letting you know. Maybe they get something. So the last show of the year will be December 29th. So, cool. So the first show of the year will be the 5th of January. No, wait. No. Oh, it's going to be the first. Interesting. Interesting, because I have a show that night. So I don't know what time exactly would be the show. Probably 3 a.m. So I probably do a little bit of show. It's interesting that I start this year with a show. Listen, 2023 starts with a show. So I start the year doing what I love doing, which is performing and making money. So maybe this is a sign of good things to come. What am I going to tell you? Something like that. What about you guys? What did you do? I turn on the heater, but I'm super hot. I want to thank all the subscribers as well, of course. Everybody, I hope everybody has put their likes. Don't mind me. Listen, the temperatures, I just went from -5 in Paris to +18. What time it is? It is +15 at night. So it makes no sense. With December 21st, 4 days from Christmas, and the weather is beautiful. Can't complain, especially because we had rain and floods for days. So now, the weather is cool. Hopefully it stays like this until January 1st. That would be cool. So that my show is cool. And the New Year celebration is cool as well. And Christmas Eve is cool as well. That would be great. What else? I don't know. Maybe I should say hi to everybody. What you think? Master Electronic, what up? How are you, brother? Black Free Thinker, Emery Agnon, Joel Amen, what up? Are you still doing the Vlogmas? I would have abandoned by now. Julie, how are you, sister? Me, I'm full of allergies. Hey, Tatiana. What's cooking Albacaz? 1h43 et ça bosse dur. C'est comme ça qu'il faut faire. Everybody put me the flag of where you're watching from and what time it is, where you are watching from. Tati. It is 7:45 p.m. in upstate New York. It's getting colder. Well, listen, I'm sure MJ has worse temperature. 7:46 p.m. in Niagara Falls. Minus 30. 5 p.m. in Edmonton, Canada. And minus 33 degrees. Yo. Yo. Do you guys live under the ground? How does it work? Like, how does it work? How? Like, yo. How do you even go out with these temperatures? That's crazy. Recovering, I was horse from that dang final. That final was crazy. It was crazy. I'm still in the Vlogmas and discovered that people can auto-translate the caption in one of the dozen languages. That's cool. Okay, let me see. Let me check. Let me look at my show live as it's being streamed, right? All right. Turn on the thing and let me see if I can translate my show as it's being oh, it's not available. It's not available for me. Interesting. Maybe I removed that from the options. I don't know. But I mean, hey, that's cool. Allergies are a nightmare, telling you. But yeah, I know that some lives that I see, I can see it is actually doing the transcript live, but I mean, I don't use that because I understand any languages. I mean, I understand 3 different languages fluently, so I can see a lot of things already. The Canadian Rockies are beautiful, but the locals can have their winters. Listen, that's crazy. I'm good. I just cut my hair. I'm back with my bangs. I feel much better. Yes. Yeah, Sunday I let you guys. I took some sleep. I was really not feeling operational Sunday to come and be live. Let me go. Give me a second. Let me go and take care of this running nose. If not, it's gonna be worse. You know something I just realized? Just now. After 262 episodes, right? Usually, when I leave to go do something, pee, whatever. Usually, I take my headphones out, and then I go do my thing, and then I plug them back. And then for some reason, today I realized that I could just unplug myself here and do my thing. Smart people. And then it's not like I thought about it. I was like, it's just that I just unplugged it, and I was like it made all sense. And I don't know why it took me 260 episodes and almost 3 years of this show to realize I could just unplug myself this way. I don't know what to tell you. Je ne sais pas quoi vous dire. That's crazy. Montreal 7:51, a huge storm tomorrow. Eee. Stay safe. On the replay only. Okay, cool. But I saw some places where you could have them live, because it's actually live captioning. That's why sometimes you get your monetization removed as you on your show. Those machines are crazy. It's the same machines that can understand you when you say, "Hey Google," etc. So you know how it is. Going out is the worst. When I leave in the morning to take my daughter to daycare, it's dark and very cold. And when I pick her around 5:30, it's dark and very cold. Oh my God, that must be depressing. My God. Oi, -3. Chute du Niagara. What's up, Dahlia? So, every time I'm available for the show, you quit. C'est pas sérieux, hein? Il faut que tu prennes une assistante qui fasse le show quand tu n'es pas dispo. Tu veux pas me prendre en assistant, je présente le show pendant que tu n'es pas là. Tu me donnes les sujets et puis je vais essayer d'être un gars sérieux. Ou moi et Body, on vient, on fait le show quand tu n'es pas là. On fait voilà. Donc, les gens vont fuir. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Qui sont ces présentateurs? I was super entertained. Listen, by when the Argentina was winning 2-0, I said to myself, it's done. And my wife was sad because she was supporting France, and her sister as well. My son, I think my son was between both. He was supporting Messi, and at the same time was supporting the French team. Me, I support France, but I'm not a football fan, so I didn't really care. But after 2 goals, I was like, yo. But then when France went back up after 2 goals, I was like, yo, this is crazy. This felt like a Captain Tsubasa, Olivier Tom episode. When coup de théâtre, boom, all of a sudden they went back up. Then after the prolongations, this guy take another 3-2, and I'm like, oh, come on. And then penalty, 3-3. I was like, oh, yo, that's a crazy game. And then Argentina took it. But it was really a great, entertaining finale. Oh my God. Exactly. I want to see everybody's likes. All right, cuz. I see that Dimitri is back to Mountain of Inspiration is back to doing lives, but now it's not an hour, it's like 20 minutes. It's not live videos, I guess. It's just, but it's cool. It's cool that everybody's is back on their grind. It's important. Sips, what up? Good night, all. UK paramedics striking, nurses striking everywhere. Oh my God. Listen, I understand what's going on with the people in the UK, because imagine that for all these years, all these governments are saying we don't have enough money to pay you, but then there's a proxy war between Russia and the US. In reality, taking care in happening in Ukraine, and all of a sudden they print out of the blue $30 billion, and then they tell you, yeah, we have money for that, but we don't have money to pay you. I understand the intricacies of economies are a little more complicated than that. But if you are somebody who's trying to make ends meet and prices of everything are going up because of all this mess, and people keep telling you, we want you to work more, we want you to do extra time, COVID, etc., and we don't want to pay you. Yeah, well, people say, like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it then. My wife reminds me every time that we should move to Australia or Portugal. I've never been to Australia. That's a good idea, no? One day we take over the show. Like, Ma Vie, Ma Santé. No, it's the Dahlia show, sorry. I was talking about the old show. We take over the show, and yeah, we find a nice subject that we into, and we rolling. I had no skin in the World Cup final, but happy Messi got one. Yeah, me too. I was happy for him. Listen, I believe they deserved it. But at the end, France really did a good job. They deserved that. But hey, listen, it is the game. Like, I believe that when you win, you win, and when you lose, you lose. That's the game. It's sports. You have to be fair play. You have to know how to win, and you have to know how to lose. Now, the French don't know how to lose, because I was watching French news not so long ago, and these guys were saying, they were bashing the Argentina economy, saying, look at their economy, look at this, people are suffering. Like, they were criticizing Argentina like crazy. I was like, look at these guys. Look at these guys. Come on. Il y a un mec qui est venu dans mes DM, même pas bonjour, il m'a juste dit that ass is fat as fuck. Je voulais te dire, je rigole. All right. Well, he didn't lie. It is fat. Yeah, that was a crazy game. That was great to watch. Actually, if I was a fan of football, I would have done a live where I'm just watching it as it's happening, and I'm just commenting with you guys. That would have been fun. But I don't care that much about football. So you used to live in Australia, but did your wife live there too? Did you meet there and then you both went to Canada, or you met in Canada? Oh, I actually came to live in Canada for my wife. Oh my God. Well. She should celebrate you every day. That's all I have to say. Listen, I'm getting allergy attacks, so I'm gonna try to spend not too much time. I took some medicine, and hopefully hopefully it kicks in before the end of the show and relieve me and save me from my misery, because it's horrible now. It was the best football I ever watched. Wow. Yeah, well, she's done. What you want to do? I was asking my wife, because you know, on YouTube, what I love to watch is houses. And I realized that one of the places where they have the best houses to live and to buy whenever you have a lot of money is Spain. Spain, especially do you say the Gold Coast? So around Marbella, all these places have amazing houses. Actually, with a friend of mine, we plan to invest in apartments in Spain. But so as I was watching houses, I was telling my wife, hey, what if we move to Spain? Would you move to Spain? And she was like, I don't know. Because, then you have to learn another, I speak Spanish, but not as well as Portuguese. But give me 4 or 5 years, I'd just be fluent. But yeah, that's a big change for everybody, especially for my daughter. I took my daughter from school today, and on the way, she was telling me that, why did she stop talking about this? I don't even remember. I think she was talking about the game, because we watched the game in family. And I think my daughter was telling me that my brother was supporting the French team, my son. So she was talking about her brother, my son. And she was like, yeah, Ilian supports the French team because he's French. And daddy is French as well. I was like, yes. And I was like, and then I was like, no, actually, your brother is Portuguese. He has a Portuguese passport. And she was like, yeah, but he speaks in French, so he's French. I was like, well, technically he speaks in French because he was born in Belgium, but he has a Portuguese passport because his mom has the Portuguese nationality. And I told her, you, on the other end, because of me, have the French nationality. And she was like, she started almost crying. She was like, no, I'm Portuguese and I speak Portugal and I speak Portuguese and I don't like their flag and I love the flag of Portugal. And I was like, yes, you were born in Portugal, but you have French documents, and when you get 18, you can become Portuguese if you want. I don't know if you can have both nationalities, but you can choose to become Portuguese when you get 18 because you were born here, but you are French citizen. Your passport and your ID are French. And she was like, no, I don't want to speak their language. I'm Portuguese. I was like, no, we're French, baby. I was like, no, and I don't understand their language. I was like, so how do you speak with your grandma? Your grandma speaks to you in French, and when you reply to her, ça va, bisous, that's French. And she was like, it's the only thing I know how to say. Me, I'm Portuguese. I was like, all right, you're Portuguese. It's because she was starting to cry as we were going in the elevator. She was like traumatized, and I was like, all right, you're Portuguese. And she was like, yeah, only you and Ilian are French, and I don't understand what you guys are saying. I don't understand your language, and I don't like it. And I was like, okay. But I will teach you French. I will teach you a little bit of English, because you speak English very well already. And then I will teach you French as well. And maybe Lingala, and maybe other things. Like when you get older, you will. And she was like, no, I like the flag of Portugal. All right. All right. I'm sorry. Oh my God. That was crazy. I'm going to send, do you know NS? I'm going to send you the link of this guy. He's crazy. Yeah, I'm telling you. She doesn't want, not at all. She is like, hell no. She was like fighting with me on the way from school. Oh my God. I cry myself when I remember French. Lol. I mean, listen. It's not my fault. She has French documents. Just like me. So. But, hey. We Europeans, huh? Let's talk about the mess. Listen. So, I have some interesting subjects I want to talk about, but I'm going to divide them so I don't, because I like to do an hour and a half, 2 hours of Club Shada, not too much. I want to talk to you about two things. I want to talk to you about two couples that are, listen, living messy stuff. The first people I want to talk to you about, and I don't know if you saw it, but let me go to my Netflix account. What you mean get started? Why am I not logged in? Oh my God. This all right. Who changed my icon? All right. How do I turn off the sound? There you go. East Asian TV shows. That's for me. That's my thing. I only watch Asian stuff on Netflix. Some nice stuff to see. Okay, what is trending? I guess it's not trending in Portugal. Huh. Interesting. Top TV shows in Portugal. Recruit Wednesday. Harry and Meghan. There it is. So, listen. These two. Hey, I don't want to watch it. How do I get in without... where is it? Top 3 in Portugal. There it is. So, Harry and Meghan. 6 episodes. So this is like a whole docu-series of... That's a lot of hours of... a lot of episodes. And listen, they are setting the internet on fire with their documentary about themselves. And listen, I'm trying, personally, I'm just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt because I'm not in their shoes. I understand what it feels to be in those families, and I understand that maybe, they just felt horrible, and you cannot decide for other people how they feel about whatever's happening for them. And but if you ask me to be sincere, I don't believe them. It's just me. I'm not saying they're lying. I'm not saying that you guys should feel whatever. I believe everybody should have their own opinion, and I actually believe that it would be better to look at the documentary or whatever they have to say before taking a decision about do you believe them or not. But I'm kind of tired of them from 3 years ago already. From the Oprah interview and etc. I was done already, and I can't shake this feeling that I have. Oh my God, it's horrible. I can't shake this feeling that I have that she's an emotional manipulator, a narcissistic person that is I don't know if she's manipulating him or if or I don't know if she's a puppeteer that is just manipulating this guy into being away from his family and being only about her, or if both these people just found themselves. Like, you know, sometimes you meet the right person for you, and that right person for you brings the good in yourself, the good out of you. And both of you become the best versions of yourselves because of meeting those people. And sometimes the opposite is true. You meet somebody and the worst out of you comes out, and you guys are happy like this. And you are happy pretending that you guys want to be left alone and you want your privacy, but then you realize that everybody's giving you money to talk about your story. And so you take the money and you keep telling your story and retelling your story and making content about your story, podcasts, this and that. And in a way you're like, but what about the privacy? I thought you wanted to be away from the press, be away from... And all of a sudden you look at them and you're like, you guys are narcissists. You guys keep saying that you want to be left alone. You want to live your life out of the public eye. And ever since you said that, all you've been doing is talking about yourselves and talking about other people, talking about whatever you live there, saying that somebody said something, you don't say the names. So you're putting accusations in the air, and you understood that, and I believe that she understood that pretending you're a victim in this day and age is the best way to make money. Amber Heard, and all the rest of those people that, especially in the US, if you play the womanized victim, and it might be true, but even if it's false, people don't care. It's believe all women. So if you said that you've been a victim of XYZ, all of a sudden everybody's with you. If you never cared about, if you thought you were a white person your whole life, but you say, oh, I've been victim of racism, all of a sudden everybody, like, you know, this, it feels like, because everybody has an agenda and everybody needs to wake up and be angry about something and yeah, be vocal about something. All you need to do is say, hey, I suffered from this, and the groups just come and they arrive out of everywhere, and they're happy to have a new poster child of the narrative. And I mean, listen, if you get married to a Congolese person, right, that lives in Congo, that is from a Congolese family with Congolese values and etc., and where everybody has a certain ways, and you come from the US, or you come from, I don't know, you're a white girl from Iowa, there might be a culture shock, and either you will get used to how it is, or either it will not work. And if it doesn't work because you hate your in-laws and the way they think and the way their societies are saying what should be your place, yeah, you can leave. And but it's just, to me, at a point, you just feel that being a victim becomes your fond de commerce. Being a victim, being a victim becomes your business. And that's where all these narcissists, I'm not trying to accuse people of being what I don't know they are, but it really looks this way. It really looks like somebody who found the right person. So it might be completely wrong, right? It might be, yeah, listen, that's really how they feel, and nowadays whatever you feel is the truth. Or so but as I'm watching them, and listen, I don't have the courage to watch the documentary in its entirety. I was watching it over my wife watching it. Listen, it was kind of boring to me. It feels like two people that are not so interesting, and that the only part that interests everybody about them is why they left royalty, and what's the tea about the UK royal family. And those who hate the royal family for whatever reason, the Americans who don't care about that, the people who don't believe that royals should exist, they are happy to hear the story and to say, yeah, bravo. And those who love their royal family, mostly in the UK, are like, how dare you? And those who are into the different groups of victimization pressure groups are saying bravo. And guys like me who don't give a flying fuck about I mean, listen, yeah, I mean, come on, all these stories. Listen, you got there, you wanted to do your listen, she feels to me as an abusive person. She went there, she thought, I'm a princess, let me abuse of everybody, start, doing my little American Californian person, and everybody started pushing back, and she was like, wait a minute, but I'm, and then she found the right guy. Listen, that guy is traumatized for life. He lost his mom. So you have to understand the circumstances of how his mom died, right? I remember where I was. Everybody loved that woman. I remember I was in South America, in Guyana, in my hotel. And we learned it at the reception. I think we were coming back from swimming or the restaurant. I don't remember. And it was on TV. We got shocked. It really felt like shocking for us. It was like, oh my God. And the circumstances of how his mother passed, she was in the car with her lover, who was from Arab descent, in a Mercedes in Paris, being chased by the paparazzis in their cars and their bikes. And because of that, the driver started speeding, and he hit in that tunnel. I know this tunnel by heart. I used to live not far from La Concorde. I mean, this is the place where I grew up. The places where I grew up, right? My school used to be not too far. The Tunnel de l'Alma, where she died, I think you have two or three ways on going one way, and two other the ways going the other way. And in the middle you have some big it's not a wall, but you have like some pillars. And apparently, because the driver was speeding, he hit one of those, and then the car spiraled out of control and then hit a wall, and her boyfriend died. So that was not her husband. Her lover died, and she died, I think, on the way to the hospital. When she arrived at the hospital, they couldn't revive her, and it was the Princess Diana. So it was a shock for everybody, because first of all, she had a lover. He was the son of the owner of Harrods. He was not English. Listen, that was a whole mess. But what shocked the world was that one of the most beloved princess died. And now, if you take this kid, who at the time was probably 4 or 5, now you got this kid who's, for him, the press killed his mom. For him, the press killed his mom. And listen, I don't blame him for thinking that, because, yeah, she was running away from the paparazzi, and that's how she got the accident. If they were not speed running after them, maybe they would have just drove normally. So you can't blame him for thinking this way, and all his life having a resentment about the press. Now, the problem comes when you have a woman that knows all this, and she just comes to you, etc. She asks to meet you, and she pretends she doesn't know you, but no. She asks to meet you. She start, giving you the vibe, and you have a deep complex, and she makes you believe that she's morphing into your mom. And then she gets an amazing wedding with you. First flag, she invites nobody from her family except her mom. Nobody from the black side, nobody from the white side. Nobody. So, but yeah, let me not digress. And at a point, she start telling you that, because she's a narcissist, she start telling you that the press is saying this about me. Look, they say that about me. Oh my God, look at this article. And because she's obsessed with herself, and for her, this is the role of her life. She met a prince. She's gonna be a princess or duchess or whatever, and she's probably jealous because she likes to be number one. She's probably one of those women that start telling you every day, yeah, you're better than your brother. You should be the king. Oh, look at you. Your hair is still pristine and beautiful and red, and he has no hair already. His wife is so this, And then the press, I can't anymore. I want to kill myself, etc., etc. And you activating the trauma of this boy. You activating all the trauma. So I saw a little bit of the first 2 episodes, and all he keeps saying is, I don't want the past to happen again. So when you tell somebody, I don't want the past to happen again, so she probably told this guy, or he felt by himself. I don't know. I was not there. But it really feels like she made him feel that she was in danger. And because he lived that trauma before, if you listen to everything he says, it's always, I have to save my family. I have to save my family. I don't want the past to happen again. I don't want a history to repeat itself. So I'm saving my family. So for him, the press that is his enemy, and he's ready to leave everything behind. Everything. Take the 40 million he inherited from his mom and move away to another country. Listen, if it ends here, all right. The problem is if your wife is a narcissist and she wants to be heard, she wants to be seen as a hero for leaving the UK and going back and taking the prince out of all, and her appetite for being the center of attention will never stop. So it's the podcast, it's the opera interviews, it's going here, it's going to the UN, it's all these things. And believing that you guys are so important because all the people around you in your echo chamber of drinking wine, people in California telling you, yeah, you're such heroes. Oh my God, you left the valley of, oh my God, you left the belly of the beast and you went for the fire and finally you here. Congrats. All these people are telling you you are heroes when you're not. And listen, if what I feel is right, if the way I feel about it is right, because I might be wrong, I'm always giving people the benefit of the doubt, but she really feels like that to me. She feels like a puppeteer, and she sees herself as the second coming of Diana, and she has nothing to do with her, in my opinion. And he believed that he saved her because he couldn't save his mom, but at least he can save his wife. I completely understand the construction he did. But I feel that he's a simp and that she's an emotional abuser. And she's completely manipulating the emotion of that person. And listen, I don't know how this will finish. But if my nose is telling me is the way it is, because I met this type of people, I don't know. It's never going to be enough for her. So if this guy is innocent, that's problematic. If this guy is not innocent and they just found themselves and they're both evil, they will keep playing the victim card. But how long can you play the victim card? That's the problem to me. And listen, as I see them, I feel more like people who want to be reality stars. And listen, I don't know. There's probably a lot of people who are interested in their stories, maybe, I don't know. But when I get on YouTube and I watch the commentary about this, everybody's against them. I mean, on my YouTube homepage, if you go to my YouTube homepage, let's go check. If you go to my YouTube homepage, everything about them is let me see. Oh, everybody go see the latest vlogmas from. Let me share this to you guys in the chat. Joel Amen latest, and then I'm gonna check your comments. If you type for Harry and Meghan, okay, for most people, royal family has no trust left for them. I still have question, backlash, biggest revelation, strange courtesy, they planned it, they might not sleep well tonight, I mean, Duchess of Dumb, Kate Middleton exposed Meghan Markle with receipt for lying. I mean, some people don't know, but a lot of people just don't believe them. Listen, I tend to not be radical for those things. I believe that, listen, you might feel stuff, but I listen, she doesn't, she makes me feel of somebody who's doing everything to be accepted by the general public and to be like seen the way she wants. And it feels like she is obsessed with the idea that 80% of the people don't see her the way she wants. And listen, time will tell. To me, time is like we say in Portuguese, o tempo traz as verdades. Time brings the truth. So we'll see. Okay, let me see what MJ's wife is saying. I went to. My wife is listening and hi wife. Hey, hi Miss Wemoto. My wife is listening and she agrees with you that they always complain that they want privacy, but any chance they get, they are in the limelight. She also believes the royals are dirty, colonial demons. When it comes to the royals, I would say that listen, I'm not defending them. My country, like my country was invaded and was the toy of somebody who was the worst, which was the king of Belgium. So and he killed millions of people, him and his people. But the fact that they, especially the queen, she lived like a whole century. So from the moment she was coronated and until her last breath, a lot of things have changed. And I cannot just say that somebody he's a colonial demon something, because if I take William, for example, or Harry, or some people of the new generation, just like all of us, they didn't choose to be born with royal blood. And if you say the royals are colonial demons, I'm afraid that the US is as well, France as a country is as well, the UK is as well, Spain, Portugal. Yo, all these people used to be colonial demons. So when do we whatever all these countries, whatever they have in Africa, India and other countries, and whatever they left, it's there. The advance that they took it. But listen, it is what it is. To me personally, what happened when I was not there, there's nothing I can do about it other than work around it. Those people will not stop and wait for you in the race of life. They will continue trying to stay where they are and stay rich countries and keep you poor. It is just the way it is because they have people that they have to provide to. So I understand when people say that, but I cannot just generalize a whole family about that because listen, I know people that are from royal blood, some others that are political blood, and in every of those places, there's some good people, some bad people, and I don't like to judge people from today with my eyes of, not my eyes, with the eyes of the people from 60 years ago. I mean, the world was a different place where having colonies was something that was normal. Drill Camp, what up? Julie, one day you have to come, Club Shada, and we talk about these things. My wife says, oh, it's a podcast between you and my wife. I love this. And your wife, sorry. My wife says the only victim in this story are Harry and his kids. No one else. Maybe, but the question here is, until when do we let you see yourself as a victim when you are the one doing all the actions? And when do you have to also take responsibility for the choices you made? We cannot just say, oh, you married a witch, so you're not guilty. You are the one who is turning its back on his family. She turned her back on her family long time ago. So when it comes to him, I'm like, yo, at a point, bro, you took some decisions. You love, okay? When you love somebody, yeah. If they have enemies, they become your enemies. I understand. I've been there. All I hope is that you don't wake up one day like I woke up one day, realizing that you're fighting for the wrong person. Because you got 2 kids now, and you took decisions that are irreversible. Some of the people of your country that you serve will never love you again. And listen, as I was born in a political family, and I decided to take a step back so I could do music, I understand completely how I could feel, because he was always this guy that was like, yeah, not into it. So if he always yearned for freedom and she's his door to freedom and he's willing to make the sacrifice, bro, be happy. But leave me alone with your victimization all the time and all your documentaries. But listen, if somebody gives me $100 million to tell my stuff, tell my story, yeah, I'll take the $100 million. So yeah, I don't follow the story myself, so my wife is telling me what to type. go, yeah. So she should You should change your name in your account to MJ Wemoto, parenthesis, the wife, so that we know that she's the one talking. Now just be her slave, type for her. I really can't do victim shit these days. It's ugly here in the US. Yeah, listen, it's in the US, it's crazy. I do agree. And victim shit is prevalent on both sides of the political aisle here. My God, was so much about blaming the foreigners. Listen. Who believed that story about the death of Diana? Not me. Listen, it's been, what can I do? Rumors said Diana was pregnant when she died. Yeah, I heard that back then. But that was long ago. What can I say? That's problematic. Bon shows, what up? Meghan is like the narcissistic woman of North America. She's not like them. She is them. She's from there. She's one of them. She's a walkery. My wife is loving this life. Well, wife, you should come to Club Shada often. You should be there all the time. We have a lot of interesting subjects. But thanks a lot for the compliment. I appreciate. My wife, and she thinks Meghan is manipulative, while Harry thinks he's protecting his wife, but she's using the trauma of what his mother went through and her death. Yeah, that's what I said. Exactly. That's how I feel about it. To me, that it just smells like that. Meghan will never come up to Diana's level. Never. Oh, she believes she's there. Diana was all our African mother's best friend. She was not. That's true. Oh my God. The royal screwed English-speaking Africa. Well, listen, the French screwed French-speaking Africa, and they're still holding them through the CFA franc and a lot of old contracts that should be renegotiated, but they use pressure, political pressure, to do everything for it not to be done, because they need Africa to be on a level so they can stay on their level as well, because the world is a balance. I learned the news thanks to you. It's a question of heritage, of culture and mentalities in the royalty. We often judge, but I completely do agree with you. Listen, we'll see where this story takes us. Hopefully, after this documentary, they will do what they want to do, which is leave us alone. And we'll see. Listen, to me, he's the king of simps. That's all I can tell you. All right, let me talk to you about another couple before I go. Listen, the mess is messy. After 3 years, this past week, there was a trial of the people versus Mr. Daystar, aka Tory Lanez, for the alleged shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. And what a mess it was. Listen, what a mess it was. So first of all, we learned that, and it's interesting in this stage of age, in in the day of the millennial generation, this is Generation Z, where you can't say nothing to people anymore, and you have no right to criticize their choices and not even give advices. And now you have those people on trial, and their life is being, and all their little secrets are being told to everybody. So you have a girl, Megan Thee Stallion, that has a best friend, Kelsey, and apparently Kelsey has sex with the baby, a rapper. Megan Thee Stallion decides to have sex with the baby as well. Then she has sex with Tory Lanez, and Megan Thee Stallion have sex with Tory Lanez as well, and a bunch of other people. And listen, a lot of messy stuff. So cuisse légère, and they don't want to be judged, but it's already a problem. If you have a best friend, and every time she slept with an artist, you sleep behind after, and she doesn't know, you're a strange friend. But listen, you don't deserve to be hurt anyway, or to be shot or receive fragments of bullets or whatever. You don't deserve that. But from the explanation of the story, from what I heard from this whole trial, what I took it in the end is that everybody's lying here. When Megan Thee Stallion 3 years ago said that she wanted to protect this because that, I was already telling her that, I was already telling you guys here that it was a mistake. Because if you get arrested, they ask you who shot you or who hurt you, and you said, I don't know, or you said no one, it's going to be complicated to say the opposite afterwards, because the defense will use this against you. When you go to Gayle King on TV a few years ago, and Gayle King asks you, did you have sex with Tory Lanez? And you reply, no, as you're crying, as you're doing your whole promo tour, and you're crying. If you say no, so you're dishonest. Because the first thing her team said was, see, that guy was bad. He was fucking both of them. So, was he fucking you or not? Personally, I don't care what you do with your life. But if you say one thing and then you say something else, you're going to have a hard time making people believe you for the rest of the things you say. Because the defense is going to depaint you as somebody who say things how she wants. And why would I believe you if you lied here? Why would I believe the rest of the things? That's what the defense was trying to do, and also depicting her morals as, then you have the best friend who said in the beginning that Tory shot Meg, and now she comes in front of the jury and she says, I plead the fifth. I don't remember anything. I don't remember what happened. Yeah, but you said he did that. No, I lied because I was under pressure. So, and she has an immunity. Then you have a neighbor. No, you have between a neighbor that saw the scene from outside and the stylist saying, okay, what happened was that he's fucking those two girls. They don't know. They go to Kylie Jenner's house. Kylie sees him. It's the end of the quarantine. He did the quarantine radio. Everybody loving him, etc., etc. And she's like, "Oh, Tory Lanez, And now everybody is super drunk. They ate bottles, and they are in Kylie's private swimming pool, and he's there. Kylie is here, and the two girls are there. So, and apparently, allegedly, Kylie is, she's like, hey, it's Tory Lanez. So Tory says himself, listen, I fucked that one. I fucked her friend. And I'm here and I have Kylie Jenner. Let me get that one too. That's what I would have done. No, that's not true. Listen, if it's his mentality, that's what he's thinking. Let me get that one as well. So he wants to get that one as well, right? And he sent those two back to the car with his driver to be left and to go somewhere else. And apparently they leave, and Meghan, who's drunk and who's apparently when she's drunk she gets angry, who's starting to have, like we say in English, in French, sorry, l'alcool mauvais. It's like starting to have like those angry drunk. Says, go back. I forgot my shoes. I forgot my slippers. And when she goes back, I don't know what she found. Apparently, the guy was there chilling with Kylie in the swimming pool, whatever. Maybe he was trying to hit it. And Meghan arrived in somebody else's house and starts acting ghetto. And she started yelling and etc., etc. And Kylie says, you black people get the fuck out of my house. You and you. Housed. And that's when they start arguing in the car. Apparently, they're drunk. They're angry. She tells the guy, your music is whack. I'm this, I'm that. They start arguing, him, her, and the girl. And the neighbor says that the two girls start fighting. And the two girls were fighting. Then one of them got back in the car. Then there was the gunshot. Then they start fighting again. Then Tory Lanez came out the car with the gun. And so we don't know who shot the first shot. And then he shot shots in the air. That's what the witness says. And then everybody was fighting on the ground, him and the two girls, probably because they were fighting because I don't know. Listen, she's big for this small anyway. And then that's the whole thing. And then now the DNA comes out of the gun residue. Came on everybody, and not just on him. Everybody had gun residue, which is a little bit normal if you were in a close place. And apparently some DNA tests arrived, and on the part of the gun, the loader or whatever they call it, the magazine, apparently there's no DNA from Tory Lanez. So the whole situation is a mess, and it's a cautionary tale to this type of life that all these guys are having in the US is kind of dangerous. And in these days of victim mentality and glorifying the victims, people can say anything about you. But because of the way all these people have been changing their story and changing their tunes, Meghan Thee Stallion, her best friend, Tory Lanez, like, it just feels for the general public that everybody's lying. and that the only thing that is for sure is that some shots were fired and Meghan got injured. That's all. And now you're gonna have the groups of people who are who decided that because men are whack anyway, that Meghan is the victim and they don't care about anything else. She's the victim, point. And you're gonna have some people that will be like, nah, Tory is innocent. And most of the time it's all these fan groups that maybe get a little too emotional about strangers. And then you got the rest of the world, which is people like me who said, I don't know, I don't really care. I hope everybody's heal themselves and can move on from this one day. And you are all a bunch of liars, and you are all the type of people that I wouldn't want to hang out with. You drink too much, you probably take drugs, and you fight like you in the ghetto. And listen, I would do exactly what Kylie Jenner did. Get the fuck out of my house, you bunch of crazy people. I don't care who's fucking who and whatever. You girls take your midget and get the fuck out of here. That's what I would have said if I was Kylie Jenner, because I don't need those problems. I don't need that girl who, you come to my house, you know who I am? That's exactly the way, if I was her, that's exactly how I feel. You know who I am? What you doing here? Get out. Leave my house. Leave my house. You're not on my level. Whatever amount of money you have. At 21, I'm worth billions. You guys are here with your little songs. Get the fuck out of my house. Invite you in my house, and you're here bringing that energy. Get the fuck out. And now you have all these people just, and I believe that there's a big problem in the US when it comes to prosecuting celebrities, because you like the big case and you like the attention, and because the DA and all these people also like the attention, and because it was a big celebrity case, they really wanted to have something, but they really feel like they had nothing to begin with. They had nothing except Meghan saying on live that, yeah, you shot me. That's what she said. And now you realize that, I don't know if she knows or if she knew, but it feels like she doesn't even know who shot her. Or listen, I don't know. Listen, I don't know. And I believe nobody will know. I believe that it's he said, she said. And yeah, I mean, I believe none of them. The only thing I believe is that this woman got hurt. I don't know if a bullet ricocheted somewhere and then she got hit by the fragments. I don't believe I mean, from her recovery and the fact that she could still walk, I don't believe that she got shot directly in the foot. But listen, I'm not a specialist. I don't remember exactly what did they say. But yeah, just listen, she got hurt. Nevertheless, wherever, how it happened, she got hurt. After that, I believe she's a problematic person, and that she invites problem here in her life, or maybe she did invite, but the her of that era and him too, and her friend, like all these people, is the type of people that I don't want to hang out with. I know people like that in the Zouk industry or the Kizomba industry or in the Kompa industry. I don't hang out with these people. Whenever my wife has an experience, when she meets new people and she's in a dinner with girl, and it ends up that some of the girls are the type of people that like to argue with people in the restaurants or get in fights in club. My wife is like, never again I'm going anywhere with those people. And me is the same thing. I like my life to be sweet and chill. And yeah, listen, trust me, if I was with these people that night, I wouldn't be in the car. When Kylie said, get the fuck out, I would have called my taxi or my Uber. I would have been like, yeah, you go your way, I go my way. That's me. And there's something incredible about this generation of celebrities. It feels that they're more famous for their BBLs and all the crazy stuff they do and all the negative stuff they do, more than for their talent. And I'm not saying that they don't have talent. A lot of them have talent, but it feels that the fact that there's so much people making music and to be seen, you have to be part of the drama. And I find it super sad because in my days, the less you were seen, the more people loved you. So between albums, we would disappear and let people speculate, and people would love you even more because you were rare, like a Shada, like a Michael Jackson and whatever. Like, and now it's the opposite. These people, whatever happens, they want to cry, they take their phones, they put the filter, then they start crying live. They want to say something, they have to do it live. They want to argue with their girlfriend, they have to do it live. Like, this whole generation is messed up. And what these trials showing is that messiness. And I'm not down for it. And listen, prayers for everybody. I hope that everybody heals. Listen, I'm not gonna predict what's gonna happen from what the jurors are gonna say, but I believe he's gonna be a mistrial or reasonable doubt. Reasonable doubt. I believe that it's impossible to be certain of what happened. So I don't believe he's going to be guilty for the jury. And then for the rest of the world, I mean, for the media and the blogs and the people who decided already that he's guilty, most of them will continue to see him as guilty. Others will ask themselves, maybe it's the other girl who shot her friend because they were fucking the same guy for the 10th time. But yeah, the problem is this. So we don't have a verdict yet, right? But to me, the problem is always the same. If everybody decided that I'm guilty before I can prove my innocence, the moment where I can prove my innocence, everybody moved on, and most of these people, most of the media outlet, most of the people who called me names during those last X amount of years, right? They don't come back and put the same energy in saying, in the end, he was right. They don't care. They don't care that they destroy your life. They don't come back and clean the wall from all the filth they put and repaint the wall. They don't do that. They go to the next story. So yeah, it's interesting that after a few, it was an interesting year when it comes to victims accusing people. 5 years before, you would say I'm a victim, nobody would question, and everybody would just destroy the other person. It feels that after Amber Heard, after Meghan Markle, after a few of them, after Jussie Smollett, after a few of these people are starting to be like, listen, we believe you, but sit down and let us make sure that what you say is true. When 5 years ago, you could not even say that. You would say, but people would like, what you mean, but? You victim shaming, and people would go crazy. Now, people are starting to ask themselves, like, should we just go crazy on somebody because it makes sense? And should we start waiting to know? And I hope people will start to wait and see before they decide to ruin the career or the life of somebody. Because at a point, if you have these injunctions, you can't perform, you cannot be hired by festivals. You do music but you're fighting against the system. And the problem is, in my opinion, the system shouldn't choose. The system should be fair and impartial to the people until they are proven guilty or innocent. But usually the system chooses already. Once the system chose that whoever say, oh, listen, 20 years ago, he did that, and I was under his influence and blah, 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 and people don't care. They just take it and run with it because they need headlines. And it's a very, very, very dangerous place to be in. Like, what are we gonna do? Nothing. Anyway, it smells like drama from afar. Listen, that was some crazy drama. Sex is still a taboo topic, especially when you're a woman, even in America. Yeah, it's a strange country. It's a country full of contradictions. It's all outrage porn designed for the masses to get their dopamine hit and make them more susceptible to being receptive to bad ideas. Yep. We don't know. Some people don't know who pulled the trigger on the first shot. Listen, who knows? Listen, I invite everybody to go read the transcript. It's very interesting. But yes, that's a crazy story. Oh, listen, there's a bunch of them. Trust me, there's a bunch of them. I know some of them. Let me make somebody happy quick. Then I'm out. Toji, shout out to you. I hope you put a like and go buy some Shada wear stuff. Shadaware.com. A junkie needs their hit, K. I know. So they don't care about who gets hurt as long as they can get off of being outraged. Yes, I've been saying it forever. That's the dopamine hit. And trust me, when it's time to ask themselves like about the hurt they do for other people, they don't care. They're on to the next story. So it is what it is. But listen, I'm gonna leave you guys and I'm gonna go get some rest. I'm not gonna get some rest. I'm gonna go watch my Chinese novella, my drama, and eat the rest of my coconut juice. This show was brought to you by Shada, the gods of good fortune. It is 2 a.m. and 15 minutes here in Lisbon, Portugal. I want to thank all the new subscribers, 4,000 subscribers on the channel. I want to thank all the sponsors, the stream royalty, organized players, and I really hope to see you Sunday. And we will talk, but probably by Sunday we'll have a verdict. So we'll talk about that a little bit, maybe, and hopefully, if nobody do something crazy, we will talk about some interesting deep dive subjects. And yeah, listen, wait a minute. By the time I see you, Sunday is gonna be Christmas Day. Well, listen, I will see you on Christmas Day. We'll see you on Christmas Day, and yeah, we will. Let me see. Does it work? I want to try something. Normally, with this new version, I can use my phone as a camera whenever I want, but I don't know how to do it. Wait, let me see. Let me see. Camera B. I don't know how you do it. Let me see. Yeah, give me your unicorns and your rainbows in the chat. Listen, you don't know how small is my circle. I talk to the same 2-3 people every day. That's it. The one I'm watching is called, so the one I was watching before was Sword. Oh, forgot the name of it. Damn, that was nice. And the one I'm watching right now is called, I'm watching everything on YouTube with subtitles. It's called Demigods and Semi-Devils. And it's cool. It's really cool. I love it. Are you gonna be dressed as Santa at Christmas? Oh, hell no. Yeah, I wanted to show you. But I don't even know. I'm not sure how to add it. How to use the other camera. I'm not sure. But normally I can use my phone as another camera. But let me see, camera. Well, listen. Next time I'll try to do it. Not now, but next time. You can have a window. Oh, nice. Sources, select camera. Okay. Well, I'll try it the next time. I wanted to show you my nice Christmas tree with a bunch of. But listen, you'll see it on Instagram. Anyway, I hope you had a great night. And yeah, good night to everybody. And I'm gonna leave you. Good night, Win-Win. Mountain of Inspiration. Hello and good night. So I will see you Sunday, and we will celebrate Christmas for those who celebrate Christmas. For the rest, listen, it's just another commercial. It's just another nice commercial get together. I'm gonna leave you with a beat that I did a few weeks ago called The Dagger. So I hope you enjoy, and I will see you when I see you. Peace, my people.